Tamers, let's talk about the episode 18 and 19 of Digimon Ghosted. Starting from episode 18, this episode stars Petermon, which is very cool since we never seen him before anywhere. Not only that, but another Digimon related to him shows up at the end. Okay, so first up, just like a regular Peter Pan story, Petermon comes at night to invite children to a place called Neverland. At first, we witness Petermon do this to several children before Ruri, Hiro, and Kyoshiro knows about it. Now, what is cool is how Hiro knows about this phenomenon. In the morning, Hiro is visited by two Hawkmons. Pretty cool cameo here, by the way. These two Hawkmons turns out to be a friend to one of the kids stolen by Petermon. And the Hawkmons mention that they know Hiro and the others because of what they have been doing throughout the series. This is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool world building moment because the Hawkmons claim to have heard about them from none other than, Clockmon. So that's kinda cool because they bring back the villain from the first ever episode. Now, Kyoshiro seems to be obsessed with an anime wizard detective character. This week, I'm not sure which anime it is supposed to reference, but this little thing is in line with his character description from the first few episodes, so it's pretty good. Now, acting like a detective, Kyoshiro is tasked with finding more information about the missing kid. However, even the parents don't remember having children. Now this is kind of terrifying. Like stuff like this is very terrifying. We can even see the mother of that kid screaming in fear as if she's having a mental breakdown after seeing the picture of her and a kid she doesn't even know she had. Very cool. Now, Hiro and the rest devise a plan to stay until night to wait for Petermon. However, when they meet him, he said that Hiro and the rest smells like grown-ups, thus he stays away from them, disappearing in the middle of some park. Hiro and the rest don't seem to know how to find Petermon after disappearing to a portal in the park, but they do hear Petermon say something before entering and try it. This part, I think, is a little bit of a stretch. Hiro and the others quickly figure out that in order for them to enter the portal, someone on the other side must reply to their request at the park. Thus, Gamamon, who is the most childlike among them, becomes the bait and slips somewhere else so Petermon can easily find them. Now, in this Neverland, apparently the kids and the Digimons just don't grow up, and Petermon is enraged the moment one kid mentioned about wanting to grow up. Plus, it is very scary when he got angry. I mean, come on, there are only kids in this place. What are they gonna do if he murdered them here? I must say, Petermon is a pretty good villain. Now, after Hiro and the rest get in, they fight Petermon, but even with three champions, Petermon is still winning. Well, of course, he is an ultimate level Digimon. However, the surprise comes when every Digimon in this place evolve or digivolve, especially the two Hawkmons. At first, I thought they are just going to be Aquilamon or Holzmon, because those are the staple ones. But no, they digivolve into Orcamons, which is still a canon evolution for Hawkmon, but using the Digimental of Sincerity. Again, this is a very cool nod. It is also very cool watching all the other Digimon here evolve at the same time. Now, while all the other Digimons are digivolving, the kids simultaneously saying that they want to grow up. Petermon freaks out like a crazy person until Hiro promises that they will all grow up to be a responsible adult. Now, they don't explain why Petermon is so bitter about adults who lie, so I'm not pleased with this. However, at the end, another Digimon shows up, and it is CaptainHookmon. Somehow Petermon just gets along with CaptainHookmon, as if he always wants to sail with him, and suddenly just go on board with the ship. Petermon then promises to return all the children. I mean, I like the part where CaptainHookmon shows up, but I wish they would explain this sudden change in Petermon. Plus, what is this Neverland realm? Is this part of the digital world or a pocket dimension that Petermon makes? They don't explain this either. However, one good thing is that we see the Digimon that are kidnapped are actually friends with some of the kids who are kidnapped as well, making their situation very similar to the two kids who becomes Immon's partner in Tamers. So that's a very cool note as well. In the end, the episode has a very strong parts but left some stuff unexplained, which is very unfortunate, but I think overall it's still pretty good episode. Now, episode 19. This episode to me might be the scariest one, and to me it truly lives up to the horror genre attached to the series. The first scene is already very creepy here. An old man at dusk just walking. Here's a voice saying something along the line of, "Are you having fun?" And he just surrounded with digital circle and disappeared. Now, point to how mysterious and creepy this scene is. Okay, so next. Apparently Hiro is trying to teach Gammamon to do something on his own, like a parent to a son. He asks Gammamon to purchase his favorite chocolate balls on his own, which Gammamon starts to be able to say because regularly Gammamon just refer to it as champion. Maybe this is a tease that soon they will reach Kano Weissmon because they are slowly trying to not say the word champion. Maybe. Now Ruri and Angoramon are the first ones to encounter the phenomenon among the main cast, while Angoramon tells Ruri about the creepy tale where people often disappear and never return after they hear a strange voice at dusk. Ruri just hears a strange voice and just like the guy in the first scene, she just disappears. Keeping up with the creepiness, Hiro, who is now following Gammamon from afar, also hears these strange voices and just disappears. After that, we finally catch up with Ruri and Hiro who have disappeared. Hiro seems to have been transported into an alley, while Ruri is transported in front of some old building. Ruri and Hiro seems to witness a shadowy figure watching them from afar. Now, Ruri decided to run away from the shadowy figure, while Hiro decided to explore the area until he arrived at an old train station. I like this part so much because we have no context at all on what is currently happening, and the shadows are very creepy as well. Now back to Gammamon. While he is being confused about his error, Kyoshiro and Jellymon decides to help him until Piximon or Piccolomon show up. Piximon admits to have sent Hiro and Ruri to another time, and he would like to send Kyoshiro there as well as for the exchange of Kyoshiro giving him the Digivice because time travel is meant to be fun for him. So he just assumed that everybody will think so. This Piximon seriously sounds like a psychopath and I love it. A villain is way more dangerous when he or she feels like they are doing the correct thing. Now Piximon reveals that if a person stays for a long time in another time, they will be overridden by the shadow in that time, and they will lose their memory of present day and stuck in that time period. At this point, the shadow starts mimicking Ruri and Hiro, while the original version starts to turn into the black shadows. Very, very creepy. However, the connection of Hiro and Gammamon finally reunites both of them and erases the shadow. Angoramon is also able to do this later while making Piximon even angrier. So I like how they defeat Piximon without fighting but just by being super close to each other. I mean they do fight but it doesn't turn out the best way, but the bond thing does. However, the twist is that Piximon decides to go into Gammamon's past to erase Gammamon. But a few seconds later, Piximon returned and he got beat up, saying, "What exactly are you?" Oh god, this Piximon made Gulus Gammamon, isn't he? Totally. If so, then this is so cool. It implies that maybe before meeting Hiro, Gammamon's original form is Gulus Gammamon, and he was super evil and super strong. Then Piximon goes to the future to see what Gammamon will become and returns being super happy because Gammamon is quote-unquote awesome to him. So this could just be a tease for either Kano Weissmon, Gammamon's ultimate form, or maybe Gammamon's future unannounced mega form. So this is actually a very cool tease. In the end, Piximon calms down and releases all of them and to be Gamamon's friend? Maybe he will be a reoccurring character like the previous Pokemon. Since it is Piximon, this is basically another Easter egg to Digimon Adventures. Since Piximon is also one of their important friends. Pretty cool. But one creepy stuff, does Piximon return all the people that he sent to the past or to the future, or is it just Hero and the rest? Because they never explained that. And Hero and the others never mentioned to Piximon to return all the people to present day. Maybe he just left them there, and this is still kind of creepy. So good job making a villain this creepy. So I think that's it for episode 18 and 19. See you tamers in the next video.